They say a former Miami Beach police officer is talking about, what did it say? Files a federal lawsuit against the department alleging sexual harassment. Remember, I said sexual harassment. Here we go.
Former Miami Beach
Watch
police
it.
officer who is suing
Oh,
them.
shout out to Mr. Polo for the $1 cash out. Say, Willie the GOAT was happy. Damn it. What's happening? See, what's up? Happy Cinco de Mayo. Hashtag happy B-Day. PJ, I appreciate that right. Yeah, look at look.
Department alleging that she was sexually harassed the whole time that she was on the force.
But the city claims it's just sour grapes for her losing her job.
The city say she BSing because she done lost her job. Now she with the CCC, and this is y'all problem. Ladies. This is y'all problem. Y'all be talking about that y'all being sexual harassed, but then y'all don't report it immediately and all that fly shit right there. Y'all wait till y'all get fired, and now it's a problem. But hit the little.
Rosh Lowe has our one and only exclusive.
Jessica Salabaria Guasto was a Miami Beach police officer for 10 years.
I need to fight for the right thing.
She says from
That's why you was being harassed, baby, because you're cute. But go ahead.
the start of her career, she was sexually harassed, and now she has filed a federal lawsuit against the department.
I noticed that there was a very toxic work environment and a culture there.
Stalked by another officer, shown pornographic movies in her supervisor's office, she says. It led her to filing 3 equal employment opportunity complaints.
Also, she did file complaints while she was working. Okay, here we go.
Serious issue. And I know there are a lot of females that don't want to come forward because they're scared of retaliation.
Yep.
In 2020, she got in trouble for driving her patrol car out of the city's jurisdiction. City sources say she was at her apartment complex when she was supposed to be working, amongst other things.
I knew that they were going to do everything that they could to get me fired.
She signed a settlement agreement where she paid the city back more than $3 grand, and she dropped the EEOC complaint.
They said that she took the vehicle out of its area, out of the perimeter, so she had to pay for that because the vehicle was at her house, so she went to her house. Now, if that's policy, she did wrong. If it's not policy, then they did wrong. But she reached a settlement to pay them $3,000 back and drop the lawsuit. Hold on.
And other things.
I knew that they were going to do everything that they could to get me fired.
She signed a settlement agreement where she paid the city back more than $3 grand, and she dropped the EEOC complaint. She says what she did was not a fireable act.
All I ever wanted was a fair chance.
She dropped the equal opportunity, which is the sexual harassment cases. She was in a bad work environment. This is what she said. I'm not making it up. That's what she said. Keep listening.
To be a police officer.
But then she says she was forced to midnights, where on one evening her supervisor was a man who allegedly sexually harassed her in the past.
Our sources within the city say a couple of things.
Uh-oh.
They say the lawsuit is frivolous. What would you say to that?
I say that I think that's what they say to every victim.
They also say with one person, this supervisor that you accused of harassing you, that you had consensual sex with him.
I did not.
So they're saying that y'all had done hunched. The way he asked that question, they say you had consensual sex with that person. So in turn, just kind of tell me that they had sex, but now she's saying that she didn't have consensual sex, because that's how the question was posed, that you had consensual sex. Because she just said, I did not. So then that would mean that you was raped? According to the question. We going with the question.
That's what they say to every victim.
They also say with one person, this supervisor that you accused of harassing you, that you had consensual sex with him.
I did not.
So that's a lie.
That is a lie.
That's a lie that she had consensual. See, it's a difference if he would have asked the question that you had sex with that person, which is strange that he didn't follow up. Well, did you have sex with that person? Just saying.
She was written up by this man for, among other things, neglect of duty and not listening to the police radios. The city
She wasn't listening to the police radios. Is that true, baby?
implemented her resignation letter.
Whoa, wait.
Okay. It's a lie.
That is a lie.
She was written up by this man for, among other things, neglect of duty and not listening to the police radios. The city implemented her resignation letter.
The city implemented. So she didn't resign. They implemented in her. Basically, they fired you. That's what they did. Why these likes not over 500 yet? I have no idea. Listen.
Okay, so we asked Jessica today, as she stood outside of this department for the first time in a year and 4 months, what do you want?
What do you want? What do you want? Listen to the words.
She says, I simply want to get my job back. I grew up wanting to be a police officer. It's unjust that I'm not a police officer. We will, of course, follow this lawsuit throughout the courts.
She said in the beginning.
Sour grapes for her losing her job. Local 10's Rosh Lowe has our one and only exclusive.
Jessica Salabaria Guasto was a Miami Beach police officer for 10 years.
I need to fight for the right thing.
She says from the start of her career,
From the start of her career. Shout out to KD for the $2 super chat. Say slept with the wrong supervisor. No promotion.
she was sexually harassed, and now she has filed a federal lawsuit against the department.
I noticed that there was a very toxic work environment.
It's a very toxic, is the word she used out her own mouth. Very toxic. From the time she started, she's been sexually harassed. At the end, she said the only thing she wants is her job back. Now listen. If she's saying that she want her job back at that same department, because that's what I'm thinking, she want her job back, meaning I want to go back to where I was working. I want my job back. That's what it say to me. I don't know what it say to you, but I want my job back. If I work at this 7-Eleven, I get fired from 7-Eleven, I want my job back. That would mean at the 7-Eleven I worked at. So this means at the department that she worked at. Very toxic. The sexual harassment. I kind of want to say, I understand what she's saying. Yeah, I want to work back here, but I don't want the toxic relationship, and I do not want the sexual harassment. The problem with that is the same people who was there when you were working would be the same people who would be there if they reinstated you. Baby, pick where I in the damn street. All you got to do is listen to the babies. Damn it, that's what she said. I didn't make it up. Shout out to Lundy for the $2 super chat. Say, Willie, hit pause. It will. We over 500. She lying. Yeah, I'm over lying. Say, Willie, I miss you back. Damn it, I'm proud that you're here. You know what I'm saying? But that's what she said. Hold up.
Officer, it's unjust that I'm not a police officer.
Whoa, wait.
We will, of course,
Hold up.
simply want here outside of this department for the first time in a year and 4 months. What do you want? She says, I simply want to get my job back. I grew up wanting to be a police officer.
Shout out to Hollywood Stacks for the $2 super chat. Say, if they can't get likes up, pause your show, brother. I'm trying to tell you because I need to be over 500. Let me finish this one and then I just take a pause.
It's unjust that I'm not a police officer. We will, of course.
It's unjust that you're not a police officer. So is she telling us that she can't work anywhere else? I don't know. Now, if she's speaking from that point, because I got fired, I can't work anywhere else, which we kind of know that that's not true because officers get fired and they go and work in other districts and counties and stuff like that right there. So, hey,
follow this lawsuit throughout the courts. We're live outside the Miami Beach Police Department. I'm Rosh Lowe.
The problem is she dropped the lawsuit and now she came back with another lawsuit after she got fired. Which, hell, if you feel like they firing was wrong, you should take their head to court. So she right about that. My problem is she said it was toxic And she was sexually harassed from the from the door. The 704 is in the house, Pastor. I appreciate that right there. From the door, you been getting felt on or something, or the evil eyes or something, or people looking at you or calling you cute or something, calling you sexy and showing you pornographic videos, and you standing there watching pornographic videos. I want them 500 per show. You're absolutely correct. I work too goddamn hard. I work too hard to not have 500. It's just simple out here in these streets. Say, Willie, hit pause. I'm going to walk the dog real quick. I'm trying to tell you, because as long as y'all take to get over 500, it's ridiculous. Shout out to Ruben for the $25 cash up out here in these streets. And like I always say, we do got a PayPal, we do got a cash out, we do got a super chat. If we can't get over 500 thumbs up, can we get over 500 cash apps? I'll be really, really proud out here in these streets. Say they fired her and she has good cause with the EEOC. Yeah, I get now she could possibly win. The biggest problem is for just what she said with me. She might win. Say, hey, sugar, little to North Carolina in this bitch. I appreciate that right there. She might win, but my problem is you said it was toxic and sexual harassment, but you just want your job back where it was toxic and you was getting sexually harassed. I'm confused. I'm just saying, shout yourself. I give yourself a thumbs up. We got over 500 around here in the screen.